going on, people? It's the Black Guy 410, and I'm back with another album review. And today I want to talk about the album In Death Reborn by the Army of the Pharaohs. These guys are an underground hip hop group. Have a pretty big group. Throughout the years, they've exchanged members. They were founded by Vinny Paz of Jedi Mind Tricks. But I actually found out about them through Apathy. He was the first member of the group who I actually listened to. And then I listened to Self-Titled after that. And then I just kind of stumbled on them. And like I said, the group has gone through many changes as far as members, as far as people who appear on this album in the group. You got Vinny Paz, of course, who founded the group. Apathy, Self-Titled, Blackistan, Block McCloud, Crip the War Child, my bad. Demise, Des Devious, Dope Nixon, Esoteric, King Magnetic, King Size, if I'm saying his name right, Planetary, Reef the Lost Cause, and Zilla. Also, Just Alive is also in this group, but he actually didn't appear on this album. So, group members, that's pretty much everyone in the group. Like I said, pretty large group. And I guess I'll just get right into the album pretty much. This album review is going to be really straightforward because this album is pretty straightforward. Basically, the whole album, you're going to get gritty production, you're going to get grimy lyrics, and that's the album pretty much right there in a nutshell. One of Self-Titled's lines was, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember word for word, but he was saying that he gets paid to talk reckless and talk violence, something like that. And that's pretty much the album in a nutshell. That's pretty much a good description of what you're gonna hear when you do listen to this. And from front to back, like I said, it's just kind of just dark, gritty production and pretty just grimy lyrics. It's 14 tracks, so not a really long, pretty decent length album. And like I said, yeah, this is not really much else to say. You're just gonna get some in your face, just real gritty, just street rap over really dark production. I would say compared to some of the other albums, I would say there aren't as many, like when I listen to like Torture Papers or Ritual of Battle, like I would hear a lot of lines that kind of make you do that, like when you're watching like a rap battle and you hear a real nasty line, you do like that sour milk face. I didn't get as many of those moments on this album, but still not this, but it still wasn't lyrically bad. It was consistent, but just not a whole. I didn't get a lot of those moments, but it was still consistent throughout. Everybody in this group are definitely lyricists. They still, had some. They all had, some nice lines. Personally, in my opinion, I think Apathy, to me, kind of shined on this album. In my opinion, if I had to pick one group member who kind of stood out for me, I would say it was Apathy. But everyone else, was still consistent throughout. If you've listened to Army of the Pharaohs before, you know what you're gonna get, and this isn't any different. Like I said, I don't think there were as many like standout moments, even in some of the tracks. You know how in most albums you'll have like that one track that you constantly go back and listen to. For me, I didn't get that a whole lot from this, and that's not to say that the tracks were bad, but it was just kind of a consistent listen, like all the way through. As far as standout tracks, let me actually pull up the track listing. The first track, Curse of the Pharaohs. This is the perfect starter for the album. If you like this track, you'll like the album. If you won't like this track, it's probably an album for you, because this is pretty much the tone for the album. This is what you're gonna get. Production slightly changes sound-wise, but like lyrically, topic-wise, this is what you're gonna get. So if you like that track, you can stick around for the rest of the album. Broken Safeties was a dope track. It was a really dark track. God Particle, I also like. And if I'm mistaken, if you listen to that track like faintly, and I won't even say faintly in the background because you can definitely hear it, but you hear like this kind of like high-pitched scream in the background, and it almost reminds me. I'm wondering if that was like a Dragon Ball Z sample of like one of the movies of like Goku just screaming or something, because to me that's exactly what it sounds like. But that's just a small thing that I picked up on. That track was dope. Luxor Temple, Azrael, the Demon's Blade was dope. Visual Camouflage was dope. Digital War was cool. Like I said, not really much else to say. It was a consistent 14-track listen. It's the perfect kind of like mood album if you just want to hear something just real street, real just dark and gritty, grimy. Look no further. This is pretty much what you need if that's the mood you're in and that's what you want to listen to. This is the album that will do it for you. Pretty much all of these guys' albums are stuff that'll fill that void for you. And like I said, overall, not a great album, but consistent all the way through. So, no tracks that I really didn't like, but none of them I didn't think were like great, but they were still consistently good all the way through. Lyrically, no one in this group are slouches. They're all lyrically good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this album because it's pretty straightforward. It's like what you see is what you get. Like I said, once you listen to that first track, you'll pretty much know what you're in for. And the album art is pretty dope. Just a side note, I do love the album art on this album. But yeah, other than that, this is a pretty short review. Don't got much else to say. If you like gritty street rap, this is the album for you. Army of the Pharaohs. Check these guys out. Check out their solo work. Especially Apathy. He actually just dropped an album called Connecticut Casual not too long ago. His solo records are dope. Check out Self-Titled. He self-titled, especially a lot of Self-Titled's old work. That dude is a beast on the mic. I don't listen to a lot of other people from this group, to be honest. I know who Vinny Paz is, and I've heard some of his stuff, but I'm most familiar with Apathy and Self-Titled. But definitely, if you like the group album, go check out some of these guys' solo work. And yeah, that's about it. Army of the Pharaohs and Death Reborn. Go check it out. And until next time, I will catch y'all later.